Good day, I'm Mrs. Brimacombe and we are going to look at adjustments and focus on if the bank statement is received after we've drawn up our trial balance at the end of the accounting period. Now, just to recap, a bank statement. When we receive a bank statement, and this is what we do in bank reconciliation, if the business received money on a bank statement, it will appear on the credit side. If the business makes a payment, it will appear on the debit side. Interest on overdraft must always be shown separately from your bank charges. There's a difference between a stop order and a debit order. Stop order means an instruction to the bank. A debit order is an instruction to a third party. Both of them got the same in common. Money is deducted from my account. Very important. Interest on credit balance means it's an income to us. Interest on a debit balance means it's an expense. If I look at when we receive a bank statement, always remember from our perspective, if the business received money, it means bank is going to be debited, the rest is credited. So when we're doing financial statements, if bank has a favorable bank balance, it means that if bank is debited, it will be added to your cash and cash equivalents. If bank has an unfavorable bank balance, it will be deducted from your current liabilities. When we look at payments, if bank has a favorable bank balance, what's going to happen? It will be minus deducted from your cash and cash equivalents, your current assets. Bank is credited, the rest is debited. If I have an unfavorable bank balance, bank is still going to be credited, but now my bank overdraft, my liabilities is going to increase. Activity 23, show the effect on the accounting equation and indicate how it will appear in your financial statements. Very important, extract from the pre-adjustment trial balance. Bank on the credit side means unfavorable bank balance. So keep this in mind when doing the accounting equation. So interest on a debit balance, 280. Debit balance means interest was paid on the bank overdraft. Bank is credited, interest on overdraft is debited. On my accounting equation, owner's equity minus, because our expense increase, it will have a negative effect. Liabilities plus. Adjustment B, a deposit from D. Nell, 9,212 in settlement of his account. D. Nell was granted 6% discount for early settlement of account. To find out the discount, you need to be careful. Don't take 9,212 and just times it by 6%. Why? The total debt equals 100%. The discount is 6%. So the payment which we've received, 9,212, is equal to 94%. So if I want to calculate the discount, we have to say times 6 divided by 94. I could also calculate the total outstanding debt. Then I have to say times 100 divided by 94. It's always what do I want to calculate over what has it been given. So to show this transaction, I need to open bank, debtors control and discount allowed. Bank is going to be debited and debtors control credited with 9,212. Discount allowed is an expense which is debited and the debtors control is going to be credited with 588. If I add those two together, it should equal the total outstanding debt of 100%, which is 9,800. On the accounting equation, assets minus 9,212, liabilities minus. Our bank overdraft is going to decrease because we received money. Discount allowed, because my expense increased, it has a negative effect on the owner's equity, and debtors control is an asset minus 588. Adjustment C, debit orders, means it was an instruction to a third party, the town council and best insurers, that water, electricity and insurance must be paid. So this means I need to open up bank, water, electricity and insurance. Bank is going to be credited with 4,890 and water and electricity debited with the same amount. To pay the insurance, bank is credited with 5,300 and insurance is debited with 5,300, exactly the same amount. Effect on the accounting equation, owner's equity minus 4,890, liabilities plus, remember we have an unfavorable bank balance. The insurance, owner's equity minus liabilities plus 5,300. Adjustment number D, EFT and cash handling fees, it should be added together as my bank charges. Bank charges is going to be debited and the total 690, bank is credited with the same amount. Effect on the accounting equation, owner's equity minus liabilities plus 690. To show adjustment E, electronic payment made to CP Transport for transporting goods to a branch in Gauteng, 6,900. Any cost should be added to the trading stock account. So if we paid for carriage on purchase, it's added to the trading stock. Bank is going to be credited, trading stock debited. Effect on the accounting equation, assets plus 6,900, liabilities plus 6,900. To complete this, on my financial statements, we are going to look at the following. First, the bank charges from the pre-adjustment trial balance, 2,500 plus the 690. So our expense for bank charges for this accounting period is 3,190. Now immediately go to your balance sheet. In your bank overdraft, we're going to have 32,000 plus 690. Interest on bank overdraft, there was no total from the pre-adjustment trial balance. So in my income statement, 280, and I'm going to add it to the bank overdraft. Water and electricity, there was no total from the pre-adjustment trial balance, so my total expense 4,890. In my current liabilities in bank overdraft, we're going to add the 4,890. A reminder, the aim of this activity is to see how adjustments will appear in my financial statements and what is the effect on the accounting equation. Insurance, 5,300 in my income statement, immediately add it to the bank overdraft, 5,300. Then we have trading stock. That forms part of my inventories in the balance sheet. The trading stock had a balance from the pre-adjustment trial balance, 90,000. Now we need to add 6,900. So my new total is 96,900. Immediately go to the current liabilities in your bank overdraft. 6,900 must be added to your bank overdraft. Debtors control forms part of trade and other receivables. The balance from the pre-adjustment trial balance, 270,000 minus 9,212 minus 588. If you add those two together, it equals 9,800. Equals my new updated balance, which will appear in my balance sheet, 260,200. Discount allowed must go to my income statement. It's an expense, 588. And in my current liabilities bank overdraft, I'm going to have minus 9,212. Why minus? The business received money, so my bank overdraft decreased. So now that we're done with that, the total for bank overdraft is 40,848. Thank you very much. I want to leave you with this quote. Dreams are free, but it costs so much to make them reality. Next, we're going to look at salaries and wages as year-end adjustment. So this is work covered in grade 10, which is asked as a year-end adjustment. I hope you have a wonderful day.